A driver shot and killed in a suspected gang shooting crashed right into a Stockton viewer.
And when he couldn't get that driver's insurance to cover the cost of damage to his truck and boat, that's when he called Kurtis.
And this one is quite bizarre. He was stopped at a red light when he heard the gunshot. He says the driver shot, then crashed right into him. So who has to pay for this damage?
And he hit it, ripped it off, and hit the bumper.
The driver of this silver car shot in a suspected gang shooting crashed right into Jeff Morales' truck, pulling his boat.
And then all of a sudden I was hit and knocked out into the intersection.
Police say the man behind the wheel of that car was shot.
CBS 13 covered the suspected gang-related shooting in November. The driver, 29-year-old Matthew Jesus Bosa, died. Jeff says the crash caused $3 grand in damage to his truck and boat. But he only has liability insurance, which kicks in if he causes a crash. Jeff thinks the dead driver's insurance should pay.
I was an innocent victim, stopped at a red light.
But Farmers Insurance, which insured the car Bosa was driving, refused to cover the damage, saying Bosa is not to blame. In this letter, they say he was dead prior to the accident.
More often than not, there are denials that are made that are simply wrong.
Consumer attorney Eric Ratnoff isn't so sure Farmers was correct here. We pulled the coroner's report. It shows Bosa was unconscious at the scene and was not pronounced dead until half an hour later at the hospital.
The real question is whether or not he did anything that was negligent that caused this collision.
If the driver is not at fault, he says the gunman, who investigators still have not identified, should pay for Jeff's damage. Farmers tells us it has reopened the case. His investigation could take months.
I'd just like the insurance companies to do right on claims like this. Right now, they're not doing right.
Well, Jeff has hired an attorney, but this is one big reason why you need collision insurance, too, not just liability insurance. If Jeff had collision insurance, his own insurance company would have covered that damage, and then his company could have fought the other driver's insurance company to get paid if they feel like they should have paid.
This is such a bizarre and strange story.
It is.
So if the driver was alive when he crashed, wouldn't his insurance have to pay?
That's the question. I mean, who caused the crash? Did the gunshot cause the crash? If so, the gunman, who's still on the loose, may be responsible to pay for the damage. But if we don't know. You're never going to know what happened inside that car leading up to that crash because the person who knows is no longer with us.
Okay.
It's very confusing. All right, if you have a consumer problem you can't resolve, maybe we can. You can call our hotline Monday through Friday at 916-374-1343, or you could go to our website, cbssacramento.com, click on Call Kurtis, and fill out our form.